Hello, and welcome to SWEN. We got a great episode for you, so keep in tune. We got some great news for you. Yearbooks are $55, and the forms to turn them in are due Friday the 20th, and you turn them into Miss Farley in the library. Secondly, February break is coming up, starting on the 23rd, going to the 27th. So next week, right? We're almost there. All right, now we got a killer question of the week for you to Gavin and Riley.
Welcome to Question of the Week. The question of the week is, what's your favorite song? Let's go.
So what's your favorite song?
I like Africa by Toto.
Nice. That's a good song.
What's yours?
My favorite is definitely Du Hast by Rammstein.
Nice. So happy 90th day of school, everyone.
Let's go.
So there's two I'm gonna say. First of all, Saltwater Room by Owl City. Really beautiful song. The atmosphere is super concrete and like you really feel like you're there in the song. It's like that kind of space between like being awake and like having a dream. It's a really unreal song. And then also Can't Be Saved by Senses Fail. I really like the drums. I think the lyricism is really good and generally an awesome band.
That song's in your Instagram bio, I think.
It is.
Their song has got to be, at the moment, probably Loser by Beck.
9.
I'll say Homecoming by Kanye.
I gotta say easily Motorbike by Jordy Grape.
I'll tell you my favorite album right now is Fathers and Sons by Luke Combs. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old boy, and all of the songs remind me of them.
Honey Bun by Uno Miles. Fast Rap by Uno Miles.
Currently, Kid and Leverett.
That's all for Question of the Week. Here's my answer. Alright. My favorite song currently is Team Skull by Camsteady. It is awesome and I love it.
For a favorite song currently, I'd say Lost Cause by Billie Eilish because she's a very good and underrated artist still.
Back to you, Anchor.
Great job, Gavin and Riley. Now on to Music Talk.
Welcome to Music Talk.
Hey.
I'm Artie.
And I'm Kane.
All right, we got something pretty cool to talk about. This past weekend, we took a trip up to the Press Room in Portsmouth to see a really cool show. This band, Recent History, played a Weezer tribute set, Blue Album in full, and then some other early hits. And then the opener was Wave the Headband, a really cool original band.
Hell yeah, brother. Way the Headband was awesome. My personal favorite song they had was called Walton Goggins, and it was about, you'll never guess, Walton Goggins.
It's pretty awesome. You should check it out on Spotify. They were a really cool band. I loved their sound a lot. They did a really cool cover of Feel the Pain by Dinosaur Jr., which is like one of my favorite songs, and they had such a cool sound. Let's show some clips of that. All right, yeah, that was Wave the Headband. They're super cool. Check them out. And then after them was Recent History. Obviously, we love Weezer, so we loved this show. They played the Blue Album perfectly, note for note, really great. And then they did like such a good set list after that. Some cool B-sides, some Pinkerton stuff, a little bit of Green Album at the end. It was just a total blast, and they just did such a great job playing these songs that we love.
We do actually have some clips of that in a second, but first I want to talk about the drummer for Recent History, and he was just so cool, and he didn't even make a face. He was like
Very
stone-faced
nonchalant
the whole time. He was just
Yeah, dude. It was so cool.
He was awesome. The entire show was awesome. Everyone that played was awesome. And, you know, I love Weezer. You know, me, Artie, you know, Jack Higgins of last year's SWEN.
Yeah,
and
Carter.
Yeah, Carter of this year's SWEN.
We all went. It was such a fun show.
It kicked so much butt. So now we got some clips for you.
I thought their set was just super cool. It was so much fun. And also, if you're looking for a cool show to go to, this Friday, February 20th, our band Spectre Moose is playing at the Rochester Opera House with 25% Vegan, Magic Mobile, and Midnight Miami. It's gonna be super cool, so be sure to go to that. All right, well that's it for Music Talk. Back to you, Anchor.
Great job, me and Artie. Now on to recommendations with Artie and Carter.
Hello, and welcome to Recommendations. I'm Artie.
And I'm Carter.
Let's get to recommending.
For a movie I recommend Euro Trip. I watched it very recently on a weekend. I had nothing to do, really. My friends didn't call me or message me every other weekend. But yeah, it's a very good film. Can't really divulge into the plot too much, but I recommend you watch it.
Does Scotty not know?
I don't know.
For a movie, I recommend Rushmore, directed by Wes Anderson. I think it might be his most accessible movie. It's really early in his career before he got kind of like fully taken over by his style, but there's a lot of style there, and the characters are just really well written, and it's just a really great story about growing up and finding your identity in school and stuff, and it's really cool. It's a good movie.
For an album I recommend Hypnotize by System of a Down. Probably one of their best albums. Besides Toxicity. Toxicity is overrated for posers that don't actually know what the band is about. So, anyway, on to Artie.
For an album, I recommend Something to Write Home About by the Get Up Kids. My brother Jack told me to listen to it, and it is so peak. It's like alternative 90s emo stuff, really early, but it's, you know, very similar to Weezer, and just a lot of great songs on there, and it rocks really hard. Great album.
For a sketch comedy show I recommend I Think You Should Leave. Specifically the sketch Brian's Hat. It's about these guys in a courtroom, and they're talking about a completely different thing. It's like a pyramid scheme. And then they start bringing up Brian's hat in their text messages, and they make fun of Brian, and it's so funny. I hate Brian. I hate you, Brian! I want you gone, Brian!
For a sketch comedy show, I recommend Key and Peele. Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key are just a genius comedic duo, and my favorite sketch is probably the saddest sibling rivalry of all time, because, you know, Jordan Peele says, "Shut up, Mom!" It's awesome. Go check it out.
For my favorite comic book run, one I recommend is Cable and Deadpool by Fabian Nicieza. It's a great run that establishes what Deadpool is now, and it also features Cable, everyone's favorite other mutant. Wheel me out. Wheel me out.
For a comic run, I recommend Flashpoint by Jeff Johns and Andy Kubert. It's a really cool Flash-focused story where he goes into this alternate universe where basically everything went wrong, and Flashpoint Batman is in it, and he's just so awesome.
For a musical I recommend Evil Dead, the musical. That's a lot of recommends in musicals, am I right?
What about it?
Evil Dead, the musical, has great songs. A lot of them are pretty cheesy, though.
For a musical, I recommend Hamilton because it's rap and it's awesome about the founding of America and cool history, and it's very cool. That's it for recommendations. Back to you, Kane. Back to you.
Great job, guys. That's it for SWEN this week. Have a fantastic day.